Good morning to one and all. This is Nagajyoti, working as an assistant professor in Department of ECE in St. Peter's Engineering College. So, in this session, I want to discuss a concept of tabulation method, or it is also called as tabular method or Minkowski method. So, here in this, what is the reason for going for this tabulation method? So here till now we have seen how to simplify the given boolean expression by using a K-map. But in case of a K-map simplification, if the number of variables are increasing, the number of cells required are also increases. That is, if we take an example of a 4 variable K-map, we require of 16 cells. If the expression consists of 5 or 6 variables, we need to draw 32 cells K-map or 64 cells K-map. If the number of cells are increasing, it is difficult to identify which cells are adjacent to each other. So the drawback of using the K-map method is the K-map method is limited either for 4 variable or 5 variable. But if the number of variables are increasing for greater than 5, 6 or 7, it is difficult to find out which cells are adjacent cells. So, in order to overcome the drawback of that K-map method, we are going for the next more method which is called as tabulation method or Minkowski method. So, in this method, what we are doing over here is we are not drawing any K-map, but rather we are following some sort of steps in order to simplify the sorry, given Boolean expression. So, in order to understand this concept of tabulation method, instead of using of 5 or 6 variable K-map, first let us understand the complete description of a tabulation method by using only the 4 variable. The same process can be applied either for the 5 variable or 6 variable. But as a tabulation method is a lengthy process, we cannot directly go for the 6 variable. If it is clear the concept of 4 variable, you can apply the same concept of 4 variable tabulation method even for 5 variable or 6 variable. And even in case of the exams, we can expect the tabulation method directly for 10 marks, which at most probably ask with only the 5 variable but not greater than that of the 5 variable. But in order to understand the concept of the tabulation method without don't case and with don't case, I'll tell you two examples of only the 4 variable with as well as without don't case. So now let me take the first example of without don't case, but the minimization process of this expression should be done by using a tabulation method. So here the question is f is equivalent to sigma m 0, 1, 4, 8, 9, 10 simplify by tabulation method or tabular method. So here the given is 0, 1, 4, 8, 9 and 10. Instead of using a K-map method, they have specifically mentioned it as you need to use the tabular method. So in the question, if they didn't specify any type of method, either you can use the simplification using the Boolean Lassell theorems or by using the K-map or by using the tabular method. But if they have specifically mentioned the type of the method, we need to simplify by using only the that method. So here the first step is whatever the minterms which are given in the question, write down the minterms with the increasing order. So here the first is minterm, the second is binary representation. So here the first minterm is M0, next is M1, M4, M8, M9 and M10. Write down the corresponding equivalents in binary for 0, 0, 0. for 10001, for 40100, for 81000, for 91001, for 101010. Please all of you remember in such a way that you should be able to tell the binary equivalents at least from 0 to 15 on your fingertips, because the complete course deals with only the binary equivalents of minimum of 0 to 15. So first I'll be writing the complete given in the midterms followed by the binary representations. The next step is, here we need to write down the binary numbers in such a way that the first should consist of 0 ones, next should consist of 1 ones, followed by 2 ones. So whatever the numbers which are given in the question, first write down in an ascending order. The second step is, we need to write down we need to divide this complete midterms in such a way that the first part should contain 0 number of ones, 1 ones, 2 ones and 3 ones. So as if I observe, in the first case as I am having 0 ones, in the second case I am having 1 1, for M1, for M4 it is having single 1, for M8 also it is having single 1. No need to repeat and no need to write down once again, as it is in the same order. I can continue the process. Or in simple words, once we are writing the midterms in the increasing order, automatically itself represents, most probably will be in the same sequence. If the sequence is missing, then again rewrite over here first 0 ones, 1 ones, 2 ones and 3 ones. The next one is, that is I am now dividing, this is 0 ones, till this point it is 1 ones and this is 2 ones. The second step over here is, after writing in this way, compare the first partition with the each and every individual midterm of the second partition. So here in the first partition only 0 is there. This 0 should be compared with 1. Similarly 0 should be compared with 4 and 0 should be compared with 8. Each and every individual midterm which is present in the partition 1 should be compared in the next partition for each and every midterm. Now again I am writing here midterm followed by a binary representation. So here 0 is compared with 1, and whenever there is change in the single bit position, please keep a tick mark over here. There is a significance of this tick mark at this point. So here I am comparing M0 with M1, as there is change in the single bit position, that is at the last bit position. If we are having change only in the single bit position, only those terms I need to write down over here. So 0, comma 1 are changing in the single bit position. I am keeping a tick mark for this. And wherever there is a change in the corresponding bit position, keep a dash mark at this point. So here the change is in the LSB bit. So I am writing 000 dash. Similarly, compare 0 with 4. So there is change in the second position. So again I need to keep a tick mark for 0, comma 4 and I need to write down 0, comma 4. Where the change is there, just keep a blank over there. So the first MSB bit is 0, next is blank, 0, 0. Again compare 0 with 8. If I am comparing 0 with 8, again there is a change in the single bit position which is an MSB and all the remaining are same. So I am keeping a tick mark for 0, comma 8 and the corresponding binary representation is blank followed by 3 zeros. Just give a partition. Once you have finished the comparison from partition 1 to partition 2, just draw a line. Similarly, now compare the second partition with that of the third partition. So in the second partition, the corresponding midterm is 1, which is having 0, 0, 0, 1. This 0, 0, 0, 1 should be compared with 9 as well as 10. So first compare with 9. 1 is comparing with 9. So last 3 bits are same, which is equivalent to 0, 0, 1. There is change in only one bit, which is nothing but an MSB bit. So again keep a tick mark at this point. These corresponding midterms are 1, comma 9 and the changed position is first MSB position. That is the reason I am keeping it as a blank, 0, 0, 1. And the next one is again compare 1 with 10. In case of 1 and 10, there is a change in MSB bit, that is 1 and 0, as well as change in the third bit as well as change in the fourth bit. If there is a change in more than one bit positions, don't write down those corresponding. So as 1 and 10 is not having change in a single bit position, we should not consider 1 and 10. So I should not keep a tick mark for 10. Similarly, compare the second minterm which is present in the partition 2 is 4. Compare 4 with 9. If you compare 4 with 9, there is a change in more than one bit position. MSB bit is differing, second bit is differing, fourth bit also is differing. So we cannot write down 4 and 9. Similarly, compare 4 with 10. If you compare 4 with 10, 4 is having 0 and 1 change in the first position, change in the second position, change in the third position. As there is changes in three different positions, we cannot write down 4 as well as 10. Similarly, then go for the next midterm which is 8. Compare 8 with 9. If you are comparing 8 and 9, there is a change in the single bit position which is nothing but the last bit position. So, as already tick mark is present at 8 and 9, no need to keep any tick mark over there, but you can write down 8, 9. The corresponding change is 1, 0, 0, blank. Similarly, compare 8 with 10. If you compare 8 with 10, there is change in a single bit position, that is third position. So, I can keep a tick mark for 10 because of only comparison of 8. So, 8, 10 is 1, 0, blank, 0. I need to continue this process until I am unable to write down the next partitioning processes. So here now check wherever the blank is there, the same blank is present at the other side and the remaining position should also be changed in a single bit. So here at the first thing, the blank is at the LSB side. Check for which one you are having the blank at the LSB side, which is nothing but at this position. So now we need to check even for the remaining positions, if there is change in a single bit position, then only we need to write down the corresponding minterms. Means whatever the procedure which we have done for the first time, we need to continue the process. Till now we have seen what is the change in that corresponding bit. Now along with the blanks we need to check where the corresponding bits are changed. So if I am comparing 0, 1 and 8, 9, there is change in the MSB bit position as well as blank is in the same way. Again I am writing here minterm followed by binary representation. So here minterms are 0, 1, 8, 9. Here also I need to keep a tick mark for 0, 1, 8, 9. So what is the corresponding changes? There is a change in the MSB. So blank, 0, 0, blank. And do you have any other blank over here? No. Similarly, in the second one, there is a blank in the second position. Check, do you have any blank in the second position? As there is no blank in the second position, no need to consider. And the last one is, there is a blank at the first position, that is MSB. Similarly, there is a blank at the first position. If we compare these two, there is change in the single bit position, which is nothing but an LSB bit. So again, I need to consider these two, that is 0819, which is nothing but blank 00 dash. Or in simple words, I can say that 0189 or 0819 are one and the same. And as we don't have any other, we need to stop this process. So here the first step in case of a tabulation method is write down the given minterms in the increasing order, and the second step is partition the minterms in such a way that the first part should have 0 ones, next part should have 1 ones, next should have 2 ones, 3 ones and so on. And compare the first part with that of the each and every individual minterms present in the second partition. And if there is change in a single bit position, keep a tick mark over there and write down the corresponding minterms. Similarly, continue this process until we are unable to perform the differentiations operations. So here this is the step 1. So the next step is here we need to write down a prime implicants from this. So here the second step is we need to write down the prime implicants. So here prime implicants itself indicates whichever the numbers which are not having a tick mark, those are nothing but called as a prime implicants. So here I need to write down a prime implicant chart. So here the prime implicant chart is. Now let me start from here. Z, whatever the numbers which midterms are not having a tick mark, those are called as a prime implicant. So in the first column, as all the midterms are covered, I don't have any midterms related to the first. Coming to the second one, as there is no tick mark for the 0, 4, the first prime implicant is 0, 4. Similarly, write down the corresponding thing which we are having in terms of binary representation, 0 dash 0 0. And the next is there is a tick mark for 0 comma 8 and there is no tick mark for 8 comma 10. The corresponding is 1 0 dash 0. Similarly, there is no tick mark, as both these are one and the same. You can write down only once, that is 0 1 8 9, which is related to dash 0 0 dash. So this is the prime implicant. Or in this way, this is the one way. Or in other words, I can write down this first bit is A, B, C, D. As it is an SOP expression, I can say it as A bar, C bar, D bar. Wherever blank is there, that is, you should not consider that corresponding variable. Similarly, here it is A, B bar, C is blank, this is D bar. And this one is B bar, C bar. The next step is we need to write down essential prime implicant chart. So here essential prime implicant chart is, these are the prime implicants which should be compulsorily present in case of a final expression. Essential itself indicates a compulsion. So here in order to do this, what we are going to do over here is first write down the prime implicants whichever we are having. So 0 comma 4, next is 8 comma 10, 0 comma 1 comma 8 comma 9. Then write down the corresponding numbers which are given in the question. So in the question I am having M0, M1, M4, 8, 9, 10. Now, as it is having 0 comma 4, just keep a tick mark related towards the M0 and M4. This is M0, M4. Similarly, 8 comma 10, M8, M10. 0, 1, 8, 9. So, after keeping a tick mark according to the numbers which are present in the row, then just check for the single tick marks column wise. So in the first column, as I am having two tick marks, I should not consider the first one. As M1 is having a single tick mark, the corresponding row is called as an essential prime implicant. So here star mark itself indicates whichever the columns which are having a single tick mark, the corresponding prime implicants are essential prime implicant. So 0, 1, 8, 9 is an essential prime implicant. Similarly, if you go for the fourth one, the fourth column, that is, this column is also having single tick mark. So the corresponding to this column is 0, 4. So 0, 4 is also an essential prime implicant. Similarly, 9, M9 is also having a tick mark. This M9 is related towards 0, 1, 8, 9, which already we have taken it as an essential prime implicant. Similarly, M10, 10 is also having a single tick mark in that column. So 8, 10 is also an essential prime implicant. Now let me take if this M10 is also having 2 tick marks, then we should not consider this 8, 10. As I am having a single tick mark for the 10, I need to consider this 8, 10. So whatever the prime implicants which are getting, all those prime implicants are nothing but essential prime implicants only in this example. It is not a compulsion that always the prime implicants is equivalent to essential. If we are having 2 tick marks for the 10, this 8, 10 are not going to be considered. Only 0, 4 and 0, 1, 8, 9 are going to be considered. But in this example, the prime implicants are is equivalent to essential prime implicants. And here, the last step over here is we need to, from this, we need to write down the final expression of this. So here, what is 0, 1, 8, 9? 0, 1, 8, 9 is an essential prime implicant. 8, 10 is also an essential. 0, 4 is also essential. So the minimized expression is nothing but 0, 4 is related to A bar, C bar, D bar, plus 8, 10 is A, B bar, D bar, and 0, 1, 8, 9 are B bar, C bar. So this is the final minimized expression by using the tabulation method. So here, now let me take this is an example for this 0, 1, 4, 8, 9 and 10. So in case of a tabulation method, I am summarizing the complete tabulation method. In this one, just write down the midterms in the increasing order, then partition the midterms in such a way that 0 ones, 1 ones, 2 ones, and compare the midterm of each partition with the midterm in the next partition. And if both the midterms are having change in the single bit position, just keep a tick mark over the corresponding. And if there is change in more than single bit position, don't keep any tick mark. And once you have finished with the starting midterms, similarly we need to compare the blanks also. If there is a change in the same position of the blank and there is a change in a single bit position, we need to write down the same. We need to continue this process until we are unable to do the next partitions. And the next one is, the second step is whichever the terms which are not kept a tick mark, all those terms are called as prime implicants. So write down the corresponding prime implicants followed by the midterm representations. So after writing the midterm representations, as it is a 4 variable, the MSB bit is starting from A. So A, B, C, D. If the corresponding way under that variable, if it is 0, write down it as complemented form. If it is a blank, leave that variable. After that, the next step is essential prime implicants. So in case of an essential prime implicants, first write down all the prime implicants and write down the given question. So just keep a tick mark depending upon the prime implicants of that question. Then check for tick mark and single tick mark entries in a corresponding column. And if there is a single tick mark entry for the corresponding column, just keep a star mark at that corresponding row. So here star mark represents an essential prime implicants. So here essential prime implicants are the prime implicants which should be present in the final simplified expression. Now let us see the same tabulation method by other more example with a don't care. So now let us see the tabulation method with a second example, that is f of a b c d equal to sigma m of 137 11 15 plus don't cares of 0 2 4. Now, the first step is similar to that of the previous one. The first is we need to write down the midterms first with an increasing order M1, M3, M7, M11, M15. Then this is midterm. Next is binary representation. So for M1, maximum is 15, which is all ones. 1 is 0, 0, 1. Similarly, 3 is double zero double one, 7 is 0 triple one, 11 is 1011. Along with that min terms, we need to write down the don't cares also. So here D0, D2, D4. D0 is 0 0 0 0, 2 is 0 0 1 0, 4 is 0 1 double 0. So here actually we need to write down in a order of such that it is an increasing order. So here I need to write down here D0. So let us go for the step 2, that is first 0 1. 0 1 is nothing but D0. So the corresponding is 0 0 0 0. This is min term. This is binary representation. Then next is 1 ones. M1 is having single 1 0 0 0 1. Similarly, D2 is also having single 1 double 0 1 0. D4 is also having single 1 0 1 0 0. Similarly, check for 2 ones. In case of 2 ones, I am having only M3, that is double 0 double 1. Check for 3 ones. 3 ones are M7 0 triple 1, M11 1011. Next is 4 ones, which is M15 all ones. And the next step is compare the first partition with the next partition. This is again min-term binary representation. So compare this 0 with M1. As there is change in the single bit position, I am keeping a tick mark and writing 0, comma 1. That change is 0, 0, 0 dash. Similarly, compare 0 with 2. There is change in the single bit position, that is 0, 0, blank 0. Similarly, 0 with 4. There is change in the second bit position, 0 dash 0 0. So keep a partition line over there. Again compare partition 2 minterms with the 3. So as there is change in a single bit position for 1 comma 3, again I am writing 1 comma 3. The change is 0 0 dash 1. Similarly 2 with 3, there is change in single bit position 0 0 1 dash. Check for 4 and 3. There is change in the 3 bit positions, so we cannot consider that. So this is the second partition. Similarly, compare partition 3 with partition 4. Comparing with 3 with 7, there is change in a single bit position, that is 0 dash 1 1. Similarly, compare 3 with 11. In 3 with 11 also there is a change in single bit position, that is 1, sorry, this is 0, this is 1, so it is blank followed by 0 double 1. Compare last fourth partition with the fifth one, so there is change, this is completed, so keep a line. 7 with 15, as it is change in a single bit position, blank followed by triple 1. And similarly 11 comma 15, 1 dash 1 1. Similarly, continue the same process. In this, here the blank is present at the last position. Check where the blank is present in the second. So here again I need to write down the corresponding min terms followed by binary representations. Blank is at the LSB bit. Here also blank is at the LSB. And there is change in only one bit position. So keep a tick mark at these two positions. 0, 1, 2, 3. The corresponding is 0, 0, dash, dash. Similarly, there is change in the second position, there is blank in the second position. Check where the blank is. Here also change in the blank is in the second position. Again, there is change in only 2 bit. So the corresponding midterms are 0, 2, 1, 3, 0, 0, blank, blank. And we don't have any blank in the third positions from the LSB, so leave that as it is. Similarly, compare partition 2 with partition 3. Blank is present at the second position of LSB, so we cannot uh, compare this. Similarly, there is a blank in the last position. there is no last position blank, so we cannot compare second with third. Compare third with fourth. So here in this there is blank in the second MSB position. Here also there is blank in the second MSB. So if we compare these two, there is change in the single bit position, that is. And once we have finished, again I have need to partition these two. This is 3, 7, 11, 15. So dash dash 1 1. Similarly, here MSB position is blank, MSB position is blank, so I can compare 3 11 7 15. 3 11 7 and 15, which is blank blank 1 1. Here the blanks are in the last positions, but the blanks are in the first position, so we cannot partition. Or in simple words, I can say that 0 1 2 3 equal to 0 2 1 3, 3 7 11 15 equal to 3 11 7 15. So after complete, as we are unable to do the next process because of change in the different blank positions, we need to stop over here. The next one is we need to write down here prime implicant chart. So in case of a prime implicant chart, whatever the midterms which are not having a tick mark, those terms we need to write down. So as these two can be considered as a single one, I am writing 0 1 2 3 is one prime implicant. The corresponding is 0 0 dash dash. Similarly, 3 7 11 15, the corresponding is dash dash 1 1. And here 0 comma 4 is not having a tick mark, so 0 comma 4, the corresponding is 0 dash 0 0. And all the remaining, as we are having a tick mark, these three are called as a prime implicants. And for this one we need to write down the variables. It is A, B, C, T. Under it is 0, A bar, B bar. This is C, D. Here it is A bar, C bar, D bar. After writing the prime implicant chart, we need to write down the essential prime implicant chart or prime implicant selection chart. So here first write down the prime implicants. Those are 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, 7, 11, 15, 0, comma 4. Then write down the given number questions, that is M1, M3, M7, M11, M15, followed by don't cares also. D0, D2, D4. The next is, as we are having 0, 1, 2, 3, just write, keep a tick mark for 0, 1, 2, 3. This is 3, 7, 11, 15. This is 0, 4. Now check for single tick mark entries. So there is a having single tick mark for M1, the corresponding row of M1 is called as an essential prime implicant. As there is a single tick mark of M1 column, the corresponding row is called as an essential prime implicant. As M3 is having two tick marks, it is not an essential. Again, M7 is having a single tick mark, so it is also an essential prime implicant. M11 is also having single and it is in the same row, already we have kept an essential. And M15 is also in the same single tick mark in the same row, already we have kept a tick mark. And here for 0 we are having 2 for D2. So for 2, this D2 is also related. Now after completion of this, in the last example, I have missed one sentence in such a way that after finding out the essential prime implicants, check whichever the essential prime, whichever the things which we have kept it as a star mark, as those are called as essential prime implicants. For those, from those essential prime implicants, we need to check whether all the given numbers are covered or not. Here it is 0. So just check only the midterms are covering or not. It is not a compulsion that all the don't care should be covered. Only all the midterms or the macterms given in the question should be covered. We can neglect the don't cares. So here M1, as it is midterms are related to only the 15, we need to check whether all these midterms are covered with the essential prime implicants or not. So M1, as M1 is covered in the essential prime implicant, we can keep a tick mark. And M3 is also covered in an essential prime implicant, keep a tick mark. M7, 7 is covered in the second essential prime implicant, keep a tick mark. 11 is also covered in the essential prime implicant, keep a tick mark. And 15 is also covered. And these don't cases may be considered or may not be considered. Depending upon our simplification process, we can consider those don't cases or not. So here, as D0 is present in the 0, 1, 2, 3, it is not a compulsion that, see here, if we observe here 0 is covered, 2 is covered, but 4 is not covered. As 4 is a don't care, 4 may be covered or may not be covered. But the thing is, whatever the essential prime implicants are there, these essential prime implicants should cover all the midterms which are given in the question. If they didn't cover, that it should be kept with the other more midterm also. So here the essential prime implicants now are 0, 1, 2, 3 plus 3, 7, 11, 15. So for 0, 1, 2, 3, the corresponding binary representation is A bar, B bar. For 3, 7, 11, 15, the corresponding representation is CD. So this is a final simplified expression for the given SOP along with the don't cares by using a tabulation method. So this is how to simplify the given boolean expression. Either it may be an SOP or POS. Even if it is a POS, the only change is wherever we are having a zeros, there we need to replace of uncomplemented form. Instead of complemented, we need to replace it as an uncomplemented. Instead of dot, we need to replace with that of the plus. Or in simple words, this, if it is an POS expression, this will becomes a whole bar. Just keep a whole complement for this and perform the De Morgan's theorem. So whatever the expression which we are getting is nothing but a POS expression. This is how to simplify a given boolean expression by using a tabulation method with don't case or without don't case. Thank you.